So what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? It's your girl, Queen Katina. I hope I'm catching everybody in the best of health and wealth. So today we are going to work out of the Hoodoo Tarot deck, and I am going to read from the Hoodoo Tarot book. Okay, the book gives an herb to each card. It gives a little background history of the card, as well as the positive and negative. The majority of the characters in the book were actual real people, but not all of them, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull a card and see what we're starting with, okay? Let me give my little ting there, clear the air. So, I pulled the Ace of Knives. Interesting card to begin with. All right, so let's see what the Ace of Knives is about. So let's see, Ace of Knives, Ace of Knives, that's on 120. Okay, right there. And the plant to the Ace of Knives is the ashwagandha. So if you don't know anything about the ashwagandha, take out the time to look up the herb, and you can of course look up the herb for its medicinal properties, but you can also look up the herb for its spiritual or metaphysical uses as well. Okay, so it says a hand clasped an illuminated dagger with a chicken foot and a 2 sclerotic rings from let's start over. A hand clasped an illuminated dagger with a chicken foot and 2 sclerotic rings from an owl dangling from it. The chicken foot symbolizes protection and revealing of hidden enemies. The sclerotic rings symbolize foresight and making wise choices. Okay, so we have here, if you look at the card, there is a chicken foot and a sclerotic ring. One for protection, the other for foresight and making wise choices. The plant was ashwagandha, and the positive to that is facing fears, logic, triumph over adversity, objectivity, intellectuals, mind power, breakthroughs, getting to the point, clarity, determination, decision makers, the power of words, seeing through illusions, analysis, quick-witted people, justice, surgery, critical thinkers, authority, calling it as you see it, and accepting the truth even when it hurts. So we all know that the suit of swords represents the element air, which also represents thought. And you see in here, it talked about analysis and quick-witted people, critical thinkers, people who call it as they see it, authority figure type people, and accepting the truth even when it hurts. The suit of swords also represents justice, and it represents truth. So it talks about facing fears, triumph over adversity, objectivity, intellectuals, and mind power. That is a very powerful, two very powerful words right there, mind power. So if we're looking at this in terms of increasing our vibrational frequency, as well as having breakthroughs and removing blockages, these are the positives that you would want to add into your life. One is facing your fears, being logical about your situation. So being able to look at your situation in the truth of what it is and making logical decisions, taking logical steps. to get to your next level. Being objective, meaning able to analyze data and having critical thinking so that you're not operating in an emotional state and making emotional decisions that are quick decisions, long-term decisions for short-term situations, being quick-witted. So of course you want to have clarity of thought. You definitely want to be a critical thinker if you're going to be quick-witted, and accepting the truth as it is. And these are all the things right now that you need to do in order to remove the blockages that you're seeing. Excuse me, to remove the blockages that you're seeing in your life, and in order to increase your vibrational frequency so you can attract the level of success, or achieve the goal, or just move in the direction that you're looking to move into. The negative to this card is inappropriate speech, the thought police, clouded judgment, because we're talking about justice, psychological operations, self-mutilation, excessive force, inability to concentrate, domineering people, bullies, memory loss, being indecisive, getting cursed out, problems with the law, getting cut off, and lack of ideas. And I am not saying this, but the book says stupid people. So inappropriate speech can definitely get you in a lot of trouble. Clouded judgment can definitely get you into a lot of trouble. The way you think on a psychological level can definitely affect how you feel about yourself. It talked about self-mutilation. There's plenty of ways of, when it comes to self-mutilation, there are people out there who are experiencing that, and are experiencing that type of pain. And there's more than one way to self-mutilate. Also, excessive force. Some people try to move things through excessive force. That's their means of getting what they want and getting things done. The inability to concentrate, domineering people, bullies, memory loss. A lot of times when we're stressed and we're not organized and we don't have clarity of thought, we can't really remember what we did from one day to the next, or one moment to the next. Being indecisive, getting cursed out, problems with the law, getting cut off, lack of ideas. When you're not balanced and you don't have clarity of thought, you tend to sometimes have a lack of ideas, or a lack of an idea of exactly what to do to get out of your situation. So that is not where we want to be. We want to be on the upside of this card, and we want to be on the positive side of this card, facing our fears and triumphing over our adversities. So let's just pull another card, okay, from the Hoodoo Tarot. And then maybe I will pull from another deck, y'all. Ooh. What is that? What is that? You know what? Before I even get it going, let's pull out my crystals and just give it air. All right, so let's see. Right there. Is that just one card? Felt like two, but it's only one. And I got the Two of Sticks. So the Two of Sticks represents the suit of wands. So that is like the Two of Wands, and that is represents the element fire. Fire representing passion and creativity and all of that good stuff. So let us see. Two of Sticks is on page 101. And the plant for this is comfrey, one of my favorite herbs. So look that up. It says here, the man in the card depicts Dr. Sandy Jenkins, the root worker who gave Frederick Douglass a root to protect him from being abused by his sadistic overseer. Douglass was never bothered by the man again. Here, Sandy is shown gazing out at the St. Miles River in Maryland. So comfrey was also used as a protective herb. Okay. The positive to this is partnerships, planning for the future, speaking your mind, progress, new inventions, ambition, being unafraid to go against the grain, deciding to travel or move overseas, and the power to persuade and influence people. So here we talked about partnerships and planning for the future. So partnerships don't have to mean, again, an intimate relationship. Partnerships can mean in business, co-workers, friends, just some type of endeavor that you're embarking on. Partnership can just mean so many different things on so many different levels. Planning for the future, speaking your mind, progress, new inventions, ambition, all of the things that are going to be needed in order for you to achieve the next level of success, and in order for you to remove the blockages out of your way that's impeding you from stepping and moving up into the next level or in your life. Okay. Being unafraid to go against the grain, deciding to travel or move overseas, and the power to persuade and influence people. So this is a great guide for people who have been considering to travel and maybe have not been, quite sure if this was a good move, or maybe have been considering to move overseas, but haven't been quite for sure if this is a good move. And when you see this card, this is a good indicator that now is a good time for you to step outside of your comfort zone and to move forward with the partnerships, the relationships, and also encouraging you to speak your mind, because where you're going is going to be really important for you to speak your mind in order for you to have the progress that you're looking for. It talks about new inventions. So I'm thinking that this is someone who is very innovative, very creative, and looking to create on a different level. So those new inventions or those things that you've been creating or working on, you're going to see those things come into fruition, and you're going to see those blessings begin to manifest for all of that hard work that you have put in. So the negative to this is canceled plans, prolonged waiting, deportation, feeling stuck in a rut, feeling tortured by a sense of mediocrity, fear of change, and suddenly being removed or replaced. And these are all the things that are going to block you or impede you from having your success, having feelings of mediocrity, not believing in yourself, prolonged waiting. So I'm just going to flip that and call that hesitating. You know what I'm saying? But this card can also be a sign of prolonged waiting for people who have maybe been feeling stuck in a rut or have been in one position for a very, very long time. You can begin now to see those things change for you, but it's going to take work on your side. You're going to have to do a little shadow work. You're going to have to dig deep and get work on those feelings of mediocrity, knowing that you have that within you to be able to just move in the direction that you are looking to move in. All right. So on this, what do I want to do? So the page on this was 101, equaling 2. And I'm just going to pull the numerology card for that, number 2, because I just happened to pull the 2 of sticks. So it looks like the 2s are in the house here. So maybe somebody out there, it needs some balance, or is looking for some balance, or, you know, something like that may be needed in your life. So how about we pull out the 2, and let's see what's going on with that. Just give me a minute to find it. 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 Boom, there's the 2. All right. So let us see what it says about the number 2. And you see here, we got the Merkaba in the house on the number 2. And I'm not even going to get into that. I'll explain that on another day. So number 2, representing patience, as y'all see. And it says, this card indicates a time to stop and enjoy the present moment, as nothing more can be done to achieve the outcome you desire. Rather than take action, you are being asked to evaluate your progress and clarify your dreams, which will help you manifest them sooner. This card also indicates a need to take your time and pace yourself instead of making hasty plans and decisions. Failure to do so could result in stress and disappointment. This is an opportunity to focus all your energy and attention on visualizing your dreams, as opposed to pushing against the obstacles and standing in your way. Surrender the outcome to the universe and get on with living your life. Allow things to come to fruition in divine order and timing. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to be patient and still. Stillness is the key to receive clear and accurate guidance, and patience will help you attract the outcome you desire. The affirmation, I patiently trust and surrender the outcome to the divine. Okay, so let's talk about patience in relationship to the card that I just pulled, which was the 2 of sticks here. And the 2 of sticks was all about planning and progress, ambition, deciding to travel, also the power to persuade and influence people, and yada, 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 yada. So here, this card also talked about some progress, but it also talked about rather than take action, you are being asked to evaluate your progress and clarify your dreams. So in order for you to be able to manifest this, you are also going to need to take the time out to sit back, go within. You're going to have clear thought. You're going to have a clear vision. Your vision cannot be muddled. You have to know exactly what it is that you want. You need to be able to see this dream down to the T. So, you know, like dotting your I's and crossing your T's is how you need to be able to see this dream if you really, really want this. This card also indicates a need to take your time and pace yourself instead of making hasty plans and decisions. So no cutting corners. You can't cut corners for this. You're gonna have to do the work. You can't make hasty plans or hasty decisions because it will slow you down. You will meet an obstacle down the road, and you will have to go back and fix or do what you did not do before. Failure to do so could result in stress and disappointment. So yeah, stress, disappointment, we don't want that. I don't even need to go there. We already know what that does. This is an opportunity to focus on your energy and attention on visualize your dreams as opposed to pushing against the obstacles standing in your way. Sometimes we push against the obstacles. We try to control the outcome on what it is that we want, but we cannot control the outcome. The only thing we can control is our actions. So we need to do result producing actions so that the outcome that we desire can come into fruition. We leave the outcome to divine timing and divine order. That is not our business. Our business is our business, which is what we're supposed to do, which is take care of our business. But we do not control the outcome. The outcome will be based upon the business that we take care of. So in order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythms and cycles of your life, cycles that encourage you to be patient and still. Stillness is the key to receiving and clearing accurate guidance, and patience will and patience will help you attract the outcome you desire. So boom, there's your answer right there. Right now, Spirit is telling you to be still. It is telling you to get clear for clear and accurate guidance and to have patience. So these things will help you attract the outcome you desire. So if you find yourself feeling in a rut, or you're looking to move to the next level or the next step, these are the things that you're going to need to do in order to increase your vibrations so that you can attract what it is that you want, and also to remove any obstacles out of your way that may be coming in your way or that may be in your way right now in the present. Okay, so let's pull one more card. All right. And let's see where we at. I'm running out of water. Okay. So we're going to pull one more. We're going to pull one more. These cards is not working with me today. They don't want to work. Understand? All right. So I got the 8 of Knives. So this is for people who are feeling like they're at a crossroads right now, maybe going through some type of transition. Let's see what we're going to pull out for our 8 of Knives. See where we at. Let's see where we at. Let's see where we at. 8 of Knives. 8 of Knives. 127. Okay, so the herb for this is the Star Anise. So you guys look that up and see what medicinal, spiritual, or metaphysical properties that this plant or this herb or this spice rather can offer you in your life. A man stands in the middle of the crossroads with 2 knives stuck in the ground at the entrance of each pathway. Crossroads are considered powerful places where the physical and spiritual worlds meet. So that's a good thing to know for people who are at a crossroads and kind of feel like they're pulling their hair out right now. Well, you're in a very powerful position right now, because at a crossroads is where the physical and the spiritual meet. Okay, so we'll elaborate on that a little bit. So positive to this is believing in yourself again, empowered thinking, the removal of obstacles, escape from bondage, acquittal, being productive, a much needed release, ceasing to be your own worst enemy, liberating oneself from a victim mentality, renewed hope, and finding a way out of a predicament. So right now I'm feeling like this card is for somebody who is beginning to believe in themselves again. You know, they're finding themselves out of place of bondage, out of mental bondage, spiritual bondage, emotional bondage. They're finding themselves again. So right now it is really important for you to have empowered thinking in order to remove obstacles out of your life. It talks about being productive, a much needed release, and ceasing to be your own worst enemy. So right now you're at a crossroads right now where you're tired of being your own worst enemy. You're tired of having negative thoughts, and you're tired of just being in the place that you've been, feeling like you're stuck, you're in a rut, or that you're tied down by something, that you're bonded to something. And now you're ready to have a release and move forward, and you're at a crossroad because you're not for sure, where you're at, even though it's a place that you were tired of and that you know that you need to get away from for the better of yourself and the better of your health. At the same time, there's a level of comfort in that place. You know that place, but in order to move forward, you have to go into a place of unknown, in a place that you don't know. It's a huge transition, and it's difficult for you to see the future. So you find yourself there at a crossroad. But as it's said, that the crossroad is also considered a powerful place where the physical and the spiritual meet. And the reason being is because you're in a position now that you have to rely on faith, because you don't have the vision really to see far enough to know exactly what is on the other side. Right now, things are sort of faded. You know what I mean? Like, it depends on what it is that you're going to do that will help to, fate your destiny. So that can be a very, very scary place to be, knowing that the next step that you take will seal your fate for where you're going, at least in some sense, So the negative to that is feeling oppressed, self-hate, feeling unable to move, problems communicating with others, being bound by circumstances, feeling like others are putting you in a box, fear of the unknown, self-limiting beliefs, suppressed history, holding yourself back, people with a negative vibe, and masochists. So these are all of the places that you're trying to come out of. These are all the places that you've already been. These are the places and the things that you have already experienced, or for others out there who they are experiencing right now all of these things and all of these emotions. And in order for you to flip that energy and to come out of that, you're going to need to be able to also get yourself to a point of a crossroad, to that point of a crossroad that you're going to have to make a decision of, do I stay or do I go? Do I move forward or do I stay where I'm at right now? So the card to this, the number to this page was 127, equaling 10. And so I'm going to pull that number. And after this, I might just pull one more card, and then I am going to go. So right here, karmic completion. You couldn't have got any better than that. Because the reason that you're at a crossroad and the reason that you're at a transition right now is because you are at a point of karmic completion in your life, that the position that you were once in and where you were at, you're now coming out of that and moving into a new future for yourself. And that transition is sort of like, it is represented by, here I'm gonna show you, it's represented by the Wheel of Fortune, and I hope that comes up fast for me and I'm not just picking through the cards. But I want to show you the Wheel of Fortune, if I can find it. Hopefully I find it. The first round, but of course, here it is. Of course, the last card. So, the Wheel of Fortune, represented by the Wheel of Fortune, meaning that life has ups and life has downs. That is the nature and the cycle of life. Life moves in cycles, from old to new, from birth, life to death. Life has cycles, and we have to be able to accept that, so we're able to ride the wave and not get caught in the chaos or the fluctuation of that. So when you find yourself at a crossroad, at a transition in your life, you're coming out of one position or one place that you were in, and you are now completing that karma or that karmic debt that you owed, and you are now getting ready to move into a new place into your life. But before you can move into that new place in your life, there's a little shadow work that's going to be needed to be done. And these are the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual attributes that you need to take on in order to turn this wheel, in your favor. Okay? So the question is, will you spin the wheel? So I will pull one more card, and then I will leave it at that. Let's see what we get. I like to bring my clear this up before we pull another card. And so I pulled the Four of Knives, and she is just chilling. So let's see what's up with her. I see that we're pulling knives representing the swords representing the element air and thought, truth and justice. So Four of Knives. The herb for that is licorice root. Okay, so look that herb up. And it says, a young man decides to, well, I said she, but I guess it's a he. A young man decides to take a break from the hunt to rest for a moment. He knows that the probability of success is increased by doing so. The horseshoe he wears around his neck for luck helps too. So the horseshoe for luck, but most people know that, okay? The positive to this is a well-deserved rest, introversion, prayer, recentering, relief from stress, finding sanctuary, contemplation, solitude, peace and quiet, recovery, quiet preparation, meditation, and getting a grip. So there is someone out there who needs to recover. That needs to take time out for peace and quiet, solitude, to take out time for prayer, recentering, to contemplate, to have solitude. These are all the things that are going to help your healing process so that you can heal on a physical, spiritual, emotional, and mental level. Healing is not just the doctors, it's not just the medication or what you're doing on a physical level, but healing is also internal, it's also spiritual, and it takes prayer and meditation, introversion, introspection, time within, spending time alone with yourself so that your body can rest and so that it can relax and that it doesn't have to work so hard, and it can focus more on revitalizing you and re-energizing you. And these are the things that are going to uplift you to put you in the position for the hunt, for you to be able to go out and make the bacon, get the things that you need or the things that your family deserve, because people depend on you. And if you're down or if you're too tired, then you can't operate at your highest ability, and you're not able to do what you need to do for yourself, nor are you able to do what you need to do for others. And you find yourself running around on an empty cup, on an empty tank, still trying to make everything work and put food on the table, but yet you're empty. And then you wind up just, giving out of gas and giving up or breaking down, and this is where stress and anxiety, depression, mental breakdowns, and things like this happen. So if you find yourself, if you are in a position right now that you're the one who has to get out there for the hunt, who has to get out there and make it happen and make ends meet, or if you're in a position right now that you have to make it work, then now is the time for you to take a small little rest and take out the time to think, allow your body time to revitalize, allow your body time to re-energize, so that you can be at your highest level for the hunt. Okay, so the negative to that is exhaustion, detention, feeling burnt out, enforced isolation, stagnation, restlessness, and refusal to slow down. And that is exactly where we'll find ourselves, or you'll find yourself, if you don't take out the time to do these things, to pray, to recenter yourself, to have solitude, peace, and quiet. You'll find yourself exhausted, burnt out, isolated, having stagnation, those type of things, feeling restless, So right now, if you are finding yourself with a refusal to slow down because you're feeling like it's all on you, or this is what you gotta do, or you gotta get it, or you gotta make it happen, right now Spirit is telling you to take a moment out to breathe, to relax, to take a rest, a nap, any of the above, to take out the time to do some breath work, anything that is going to allow you to rest, meditate, something that is going to put you in a quiet space, okay? Not with a lot of distraction, a lot of voices, noise, sound around you. Right now is a time that you need to go into solitude, into a quiet space, so that when you come out of that, you are clear and you're ready. All right. So, that is where we are at. I am not going to pull a card to that. I think that was a beautiful place to end this on. And so you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got a little something out of this. And I am just going to move forward, and I'm going to tell everybody in the house, peace be unto all y'all. Peace.